Hello everyone, I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought I'd sit and chat to you about something that's been going on in my mind about collecting as a whole. So, until very, very recently, I have never sold any of my Transformers collection. And seeing people like Graham Inkyboards and seeing that he moved on his entire massive collection, I thought I could never do that. I could never even part with one of them, let alone an entire collection. And then something happened quite recently, a couple of months ago. I've got a lot of Star Wars stuff up in the loft from when I was little. I say little, about 10, 12, whatever it was. And it got to the point when I went up the loft and there's just stuff everywhere. And I saw some of these packaged Star Wars figures I've got, and I thought, well, they're in a box, they're getting damaged, and what's the point of keeping these? Anyway, my mate at work, Shabs, who might be watching this video, if he is, he's got a dry cleaning business in Wolverhampton, and he can iron a shirt better than any man that I've ever met. Well, yeah, well, his staff can anyway, not maybe him, but yeah. Anyway, he is a massive Star Wars fan, and he was looking for these particular figures, a Darth Vader one with a removable helmet or something like that. So, I said, "Oh, I've got that one in my loft." So I went upstairs, and I thought I maybe I had about 30 figures. I ended up having about 180 figures, something like that, packaged up. So I laid them all down, took photos, sent them to Shabs, and Shab was saying, "Oh, I'll have this one, and I'll have that one, and I'll have the other one, or whatever it is." And I was like, "Oh, great, brilliant." So I felt a little bit odd then, because ever since I was a kid, I've never sold anything. I've still got all my Visionaries, all my Centurions, all my G.I. Joes, even some Tracy Island, if you remember when that was a big thing with Thunderbirds. So it was weird, because handing them over was kind of like a key moment in like, well, it's just bizarre because I never sold anything before. It was a really weird feeling, and I thought, am I going to regret this? And actually, no, I didn't regret it, because Shabs didn't take these figures and stick them up his loft. He kept one of them in the packaging. He opened a few of them and he put them on display on his shelf. And he showed me these photos that he's got. And he's got this amazing little Star Wars shelf in his office. He's allowed one shelf. I'm allowed a room. Yeah, but he's it's great to see, because he's enjoying these things. He actually wanted them, whereas I just didn't want to let go of them. And I think that was a kind of key moment for me. So moving on from that, I went to TF Nation, as you all know, and I bought a few bots, and then there was just a few of them sitting there. I thought, you know what, I do like you, but you're probably going to be the first bot that goes up in the loft and goes in one of these storage crates and never to be seen again. So I decided to move a few of them on. So I moved Alternator Shockwave on. He was a great figure. He really is a great figure. But I've got a couple of Shockwaves now. I've got the Prime one. I've got a third party one, and the animated one. So I didn't want any more Shockwaves. It just didn't fit. And I've managed to move on a few things like the Takara Lockdown I bought at TFN. Well, actually, I've got the original animated one, so why would I need another one of those? So, kind of like being sensible, and started to stream down a few. I even had a packaged Breakneck or Dead End. I ended up getting two of them. I ordered one new from Amazon, from America, and then I ended up with another one when I ordered a set with Motormaster and that off eBay. So I just kept this one in the packaging, and I was like, well, actually, you know what? I'll move on some of these, and there's bots that I wanted. And Graham Inkyboard said to me, actually, you know what? Sell a few, move them on, and buy one that you really want, which was a. Hang on. Trying to do this without an edit. was this guy, Unite Warriors Computron. He's an amazing toy, and for a good couple of weeks I saw he was in stock and I thought I'm going to miss out on him. I can't afford him this month, so I started to sell a few. I sold a few PlayStation games as well and a few other bits, and I managed to raise the money for him, and it was a great feeling to actually know that I'd moved on some other stuff and I'd raised this money. And not only the fact that I'd moved on this stuff, there's some other people who really, really wanted him. Shockwave, there was a guy, and I forget his name, I really apologise, but I sold Shockwave, the Alternators one, to him, and he collects Shockwave and he really wanted that Shockwave, and you know what, that's great, because he's enjoying that now. He will be part of his collection that he will see every day when he looks at his display. He wouldn't have been for mine. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting thing. I'm moving some stuff on now. I kind of promised myself I'd never ever sell any of the ones I had from when I was a kid. But even I've started to break that rule. San Diego Jones, Gareth, I sent him a Afterburner, a G1 Afterburner, and a Motor Master I got from a car boot a couple of weeks ago. Well, probably a couple of months ago actually. And it was one I had from the kid. It was the only Technobot I had when I was a kid. But since then, I've kind of replaced him with a better quality one that was complete, and I've got my G1 Computron now. So he was just sitting in the spares and repairs box in my loft, and Gareth was looking for him at TFN, and I just said, "I'll give me your address, I'll send him, and you can have him for nothing." So I've started to move on a few. I mean, I'm trying to get rid of this guy, probably not worth much, Getaway. But, you know, I bought another one off eBay, slightly less yellowed. I swapped the heads over because the one I bought off eBay had some paint damage. This one had a good head, and I made one good one. And actually, you know what, yeah, it's sad that this was the one I had when I was a kid, but I've still got one, so why do I need two of them? Yeah, and even this guy, and I forgot his name. I've got two of these. I've got one with a helmet over there somewhere. So why do I need two of them? Why should this thing sit up in the loft, gathering dust, never to be seen again, when actually someone might be really wanting one of these, and actually it might be the one that they're missing for their collection, or whatever it may be. The fact of the matter is, someone's not enjoying this, and that's why I've kind of made the decision to move a few on and buy the things I really want. I'm loving some of the third party stuff. I'm loving Mitron. I'm loving Tyrant. I picked up those this month. Again, through selling a few bits, and it was more getting rid of my PS Vita and all that kind of stuff, not really collectible stuff. But I still managed to move some stuff on, and I'm really into those third party now. And the only way I'm going to be able to afford and get a few more of them without wasting all my wages, which I don't want to do. I've got a son. I want to move house and all that kind of stuff, so I should be spending the money on them rather than pieces of plastic. But if I can streamline some of the stuff that I've got and kind of move on the things that I aren't enjoying, and basically get these new things in, these things I really want, then actually, you know what, that's great, because I'm getting what I want and other people are getting what they want as well. So yeah, I've tried to do this in one take. I hope that you enjoyed it anyway. I will try and do these more regularly. I've got a week off work, so I might do one more. I might not. So I'll have to see. But yeah, thanks for watching.